get Lipton iced tea. They think that they're going to return home. They think that they're going to go see their kids after they go to a restaurant just to get something to eat, and they never return. How does this keep happening? How is it that we keep allowing our government, our police agencies, our municipalities, how do we keep allowing them the room, the grace period, the gray area to keep on killing our people? What are we going to do about that? I understand that we probably cannot make it stop, but what are we going to do about it in the actual aftermath of something happening like this? When is enough enough? And what are we going to do to end it entirely? What are we going to do?
Me, honestly, I don't know. I think people thinking, protesting is good. Like, protesting is standing up for your rights. It's standing up for what you believe in. But I believe people is going a little bit too far.
With protests?
Not with the protests, with the looting.
Okay. Well, looting and protesting are different, though.
Right. It's like, you can, protest. Keep protesting. Keep getting your point across. But
But do you think that the protests are actually helping?
No.
Why is that?
I think the looting actually helped. Even though I don't believe in the looting, I think they defeated the purpose with the looting. But the looting actually helped because now they're listening. Even though I hate social media and sometimes, but guess what? Social media is actually making everybody wake the hell up, taking some action.
Absolutely.
Because
there is the good and the bad in it.
Yeah, it's good. It's like it's the good and the bad, and action actually being taken. Because without social media, will none of this be recorded, will none of this be seen. Now everybody's speaking up, everybody recording, everybody putting it out. Yeah. So now I think
it's been happening.
Yeah, it's been happening. It just ain't being recorded.
It just hasn't been recorded.
Right, it's been happening. So now that it's people recording it, it's a good thing. What do you think, Raina, about this whole? What do you think this protesting is getting us? What do you think does it take to?
What do you think about the whole George Floyd situation altogether, though?
Well, I'll put it like this. I ain't gonna put it all together because all together we all are black. We all are African American, and this been going on for 400,000 years now, and people are tired. People just tired. We want to be heard. Absolutely. We want this all just to end, but it's kind of hard to end because this Ku Klux Klans, all this other mess that still want to prohibit it in everybody else's lives. Just basically just.
Have you
racial,
the Ku Klux Klan?
Have I seen?
Yeah.
Well, basically, it's just like you asked a question saying that if you ever seen a Chinese funeral,
Right. I know.
Have y'all seen a Chinese funeral before?
I have not.
Do they even die?
I
don't know. They may do something else that we don't know anything about. But that's a different subject on a different day.
Right. But hey, so. Now that our kids are fearing that, if we go die next, as kids, if the police go kill them, it's just a lot of stress on black people as, racism stuff.
What she's asking you is, how do you feel about this George Floyd thing? Do you think this protest...
Not even just George Floyd, just the senseless killing.
That's what I'm saying. It's all together.
What we need to do to make it stop? How are we going to...
Because all this marching, it just ain't, it's, I don't know. It's like that. It feel more like they took away our rights. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't got the right to do nothing but just stand and get killed. And they don't care.
We never have rights?
We never had rights.
That's what I'm saying. We want the rights, but why march and march and march? Just get so sick of marching and get sick of our loved ones dying. So it's like we still in slavery.
So you think that's why people looting like they
Now people looting because they don't have nothing the government is giving to us. No. And they feel that we should have more now. It's just like if your kids hungry, they close down our stores, we can't go buy nothing. And they say, fuck this, we not finna just sit up here and starve.
What made them loot the store in the first place for the store to
Probably being broke.
No. Let me say something. I think they was looting stores because that's what the hell they wanted to do. Because
that's what they wanted to do. That's what they went and did.
Right, my thing is...
But you see...
I'm speaking, hold on. My thing is, you're sitting here looting, and you're looting black businesses, okay? Where's that getting you? Looting black businesses. If you looting and you're burning all of them down in your community, at the end of the day, where you going to shop at?
But looting the white businesses in their community, is that okay?
That's not okay. Looting is not okay at all, period. But guess what?
She said the black business.
Hold on, but I'm going to say something. The white people burned down all the black businesses. And it was okay? Was it okay for them to do that?
No, it ain't okay to
Was
do
it
that.
okay for them to do that?
I'm not saying that any of that was okay.
And none of it's okay. My thing is, it's
Nor
not
am I
okay.
saying that any of it is wrong.
Right. My thing is, it's not okay, but my thing is, if you're going to do it, and you said this is for George Floyd, and this is for all the people that got killed, why do it in your own community? And at the end of the day, you're going to have to go to the white community to go shop because you're going to burn down everything in your community.
So you feel as though looting serves a purpose. However, don't loot in your own community. Take it to
I'm going to say something.
the area that you have a problem with. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, take it where you have
But
to.
if the area that you have a problem with, is that white people or is that the police station? So if everyone claims that the George Floyd situation is a problem with the police, why is it that the police districts haven't been burnt to the ground?
said that. They should have burnt that. They should have burnt the courthouses. I said all that.
And I am not saying that
It's
that
not
is right,
okay.
nor do I advocate
It's not okay.
that.
It's not okay. But you got to be logical. If they're going to loot, if you know you're going to loot, if you know you want to do it and it's wrong, do it where it's aimed at. You just did it with you said Black Lives Matter. How did it matter when you burned down all the Black Lives businesses? How does it matter then?
They burning out your own shit.
I mean, I kind of feel like even though the black-owned business, do we really own anything?
Probably no, absolutely not. Because guess what? We got to get
You're
along.
still a number.
We still got to get along. You're right. We still got to get along from where? Most likely when we get along.
I feel like burn it down. And there was a young lady on social media who posted something about we don't own anything in the first place. They still almost have us on the auction block with our social security numbers. We are not necessarily a free people. We don't
No, that's what I said. We're still
own
slaves.
anything. So why is it that we can't burn it down? Burn it down to the ground. Get rid of it all if it's going to evoke some
So what's
sort
the
of
point
change.
of stealing shoes? What's the point? If you
I
gonna
mean,
do
I
it,
guess in a grand scheme, if they're gonna burn it down anyways, you might as well get all the good stuff from out of the inside of it and then burn it down.
okay.
I
But then,
guess.
Then you're gonna post it and get caught. What's the point?
I mean, but
That's stupid.
common sense ain't common though.
It's not. It's very.
Common sense has never been
I mean,
common,
looting,
but lately-
stealing
I
is
just
still the
think it
same
was all
thing.
dumb. But no, don't get me wrong. It made a point. It got a lot. It got a lot
of
done.
attention.
It got a lot of attention.
It got a lot done.
It got
Yeah, a lot
done.
of attention of you not having nothing to either go to the shop or to feed your kids.
Absolutely.
And that's crazy.
Absolutely.
So you're not thinking about your toddler, your newborn,
They're not
or
thinking
whatever.
about
You're
that.
just
They're
thinking
not
about
thinking about
just
the
the
baby that
enjoyment
you
of just going out there just stealing. That's just it. Because naturally, stealing is in everybody's blood. But you got to control yourself from it. If you really smart enough not to sit up here and burn your own damn store down, then you would have went somewhere else and did that shit. But
Okay.
instead of you doing all that, you ain't thinking about your community. You ain't thinking about how people supposed to be fed. You supposed to be fed yourself, and you went on and just burn some shit down. Then what's gonna happen the next day? Then the next day come around, you gonna be sitting around hoping, oh damn, we done fucked up. How the fuck we supposed to go shopping?
They're gonna come out
People don't got no
and
cars to get nowhere.
My thing is, I don't think.
And then the banks.
Hold on. I don't think they burned down all their businesses.
Mm-mm.
I think the owners burnt it down. Get that insurance money.
I think.
And take their business
Yeah.
somewhere else. They could do that too.
Insurance claim. It's insurance claim. They didn't just burn that down on their own.
Mhm.
They didn't do that. Come on now.
Absolutely.
Right.
Don't business people did it because it's a perfect opportunity because they're going to blame somebody else for it.
Exactly. And then wonder if they gonna bring their business back to this neighborhood.
They is going to bring it back. They're going to bring it back.
That's it?
Bad. No, they're going to bring it back better with their insurance money.
I wouldn't give them nothing.
I wouldn't either because I'm sure.
I get that. I definitely, like I said, I'm an advocate for burn it down. Do what you got to do. But I also would not be rebuilding my business in that
Same neighborhood.
I wouldn't be. And I would be like, you knew, especially a business that I would own would be inviting to the community and it would be giving back to the community. So if you actually took an investment into what I had going on and you still decided that you were going to destroy my property, there would be an issue with me. Whereas there are a lot of quote unquote black owned businesses that aren't doing a thing for the community. So is it really about burning down a black owned quote unquote business or not? I don't think so. I think that it's just about, we need to be heard. We're tired. There's poverty going on. People had the chance to obtain the things that they never thought that they would be able to purchase. They would never be able to own. No one would ever give anybody a Gucci pair of shoes or Gucci clothes or Fendi or Prada or Chanel, or just the idea that they need money to pay their rent. So now they have these items and they're able to sell them to make profit off of them, because they keep us in a poverty level that is so in record low. I work full time, 40 hours a week, and I am still not able to do every single thing that I feel as though I should be able to do. I still cannot purchase a home on my own standing, because they keep us in a cycle that we are so impoverished that when there is an opportunity to obtain some of the 1%'s wealth, our people are always going to reach for it. We've always been crawling from the bottom of the basket trying to make our way to the top, and it's unfortunate. Things need to change on a global level, not just police killing black people. Black people need to be upset about a lot more than a police officer killing one person or two people or three people or every person. They need to be upset about the fact that we allow ourselves to live the ways that we live, that we allow ourselves to not do anything, to wait at home and just receive a check because we feel like that's the easy way to go about it. We need to be mad about a lot more.
Absolutely. But let me ask you this. Okay, like far as the, the looting and all that stuff, do you think people took it as an opportunity to come up?
Yes, that's what I said.
Right, like it's an opportunity.
Absolutely. That was a way to put money in their pocket. That was a way for them to have the
So
things
it
that
didn't
they
have
wanted.
nothing to do with George Floyd. They just used it as an excuse to do what they had to do.
I think for some people that it did. Some people it resonated with, we're doing this for him, but why didn't you do it for Sandra Bland? Why didn't you do it for Trayvon Martin? Why didn't you do it for everybody else? What made this time? Because Minneapolis decided to kick it off, or was it Minneapolis or Minnesota? They decided
Minneapolis. Okay.
They decided to kick it off, so everybody fell in line like ducks.
Like,
in a
oh
row.
wow, giving them all ideas how to break into your own shit to loot and steal.
My thing is, they try to blame it on the black people, but it was a white man, white people that kicked it off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but they didn't show.
I was out there in the middle of all that.
They didn't show that it was white people that was doing it. They just showed all the black people, like we're all the bad ones out there looting and stealing and breaking
They're
stuff.
always going to make the media not be in our favor. That's always going to happen.
That's crazy. And I'm just over it. I'm just done with the whole situation.
It's like you look at it, it's like we, as black people, like we killing each other. It's been just happening and happening. Only thing you see is black people killing black people. Corona killing black people. Police is killing black people.
They keep saying that black people kill black people. Why is it? How's it Black Lives Matter? And that y'all killing each other.
I want to know that too.
Let me tell you something. Black people is all around black people. That's why they killing each other. Let some white people come around there. You think they ain't gonna kill their ass too?
Absolutely.
They're gonna
They're
kill.
gonna help you go home.
They're gonna
help
kill
you
them
kill
too.
your own kind because that's what they want. All of them.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like all the black people is around black people. If it was white people living out west, if it was like white people all around out south in the ghetto and stuff, their ass be killed too. It's not that we just kill each other. They just all around each other. Black people is all around each
they are
other.
getting killed, but they're just not putting that on the media. It's not on Front Street because they're making it seem like we are the worst indignant.
And that's the thing. We're not the worst. We're not the animals because guess what? It's white people out here shooting up people in churches. That's why people out here shooting up schools. That's why people out here killing their parents over insurance money.
Absolutely.
Why y'all not talking about that?
Absolutely.
Just like with George Floyd, they're trying to justify why he got killed. He wasn't a good person. Oh, he was selling.
But they're always going to try to justify.
Wait. They said he was selling drugs in 2009, and he was drug trafficking.
So that made it okay to kill him that day.
Right, because we all.
That man to put his neck.
Ain't nobody perfect.
To put his knee on his
Thank you.
neck
Thank you.
for 9 straight minutes and
And kill him on to let you know, like, fuck all y'all
Right.
black
So that's the
motherfuckers. He said, I hope that if I find all your black motherfuckers, I'm gonna put my knee on all y'all ass. And that's what's in their
Everybody
motherfucking
said that.
That's probably what's in his mind. That's why
No,
he's
that's what
going
I'm saying.
around.
They trying to justify what happened because of what this man's past was. They said he
Right.
was beating on women and all that stuff. So
Okay, but tell me this. What if George Floyd had been a serial rapist, child predator, Candyman? Then what? How would we feel? Would we feel as though
everybody
would
got
we
a
give
past.
this the same? Would we give this the same energy?
Let me tell you something. Everybody has a past.
Or are we just over it entirely?
My thing is, everybody can change. People make mistakes. If you sit there and
if a man was raping your son,
I would feel that way, but a lot of people will feel that way too.
And you watched a police officer put his
I don't feel that he
knee
should
on
die.
his neck.
I don't feel that he deserves that.
You don't feel that.
No, even though he did what he did, if he changed his life around, like I said, everybody made mistakes.
What if he didn't?
If he didn't,
What if he didn't change his life?
and he was still doing what he was doing, don't nobody deserve to die.
Nobody
Even though
deserves to die.
don't nobody, even if I did feel that you did that to my son, no one deserves for another man or another woman to take their life. That's not. No, you're not God. You don't decide when I die.
Absolutely.
You don't decide
You
when you
let
take my
God
life.
handle
think
it.
with that
I
police
ain't gonna have
officer-
somebody else on the street that they gonna have to putting their neck and their feet on in
Not
front of
even
the
that,
camera.
shooting me, stabbing me, anything.
Anything.
You have no right to take my life.
Do you think that police officer set out to take a black man's life that day when he decided that he was going to put his
Okay,
gloves on?
from what I've been reading, him and that police officer knew each other.
Yes, I read that.
They knew each other. So therefore, he must have had some type of animosity against him. That's why he did what he did, because he knew that man couldn't breathe. And come on now, he did what he did because all this stuff that's going on in this world that Trump is showing it's okay to do this.
Are we blaming Trump for the way
They going back
the
to
nation
slavery.
is right now?
How is it? Okay, I'm sorry. No, I can't even blame him because cops was getting away with a lot of stuff before Trump
I
came
can't
in.
blame Trump. Trump
No.
has been silly since before he was
Right,
the president.
right. And not
we
even
knew
that.
before we
People was
elected him.
dying and getting killed by cops way before Trump. So I'm not even gonna blame Trump.
Exactly, and I think
Right.
that them same silly people, them silly officers, them silly senators, them silly representatives, they're
It's
the
the
ones
people-
who allowed him
right.
to come in. Those are the same
Not even
ones
that.
that think that this is okay. What keeps happening to our
Right.
people.
So if one cop get away with a situation, then the next cop get away with a situation, and the next cop get away with a situation, hell yeah, they gonna think we can do it and get away with it. How the hell you out on bar? How the hell you getting a whole ass pension? Knowing you murdered a man. Let it would have been a black man that did that. Yo, he could have did anything.
He would have been on the electric chair. He would have been fried and dead.
I'm over this. We got to go to the next subject because
I think that there's just no
It's-
end to that subject. I think that because of the
It's a
nature
never-ending
of the world,
story.
It's right. It's
and
like
it's never going
no
to stop.
end. It's never
It's
going
a
to
You know,
end.
they're
never-ending
trying
story.
to dismantle the police officers and
But I say, if everybody keep doing what they're doing, maybe it will slow down. If everybody
if
keep
everybody keeps doing
Nah, I don't
keep
think so.
recording it, showing what's going on. Because if you don't show what's going on, they ain't gonna do nothing about
There's
it.
so many
Like
people
the guy
angry and
who
aggressive in this
jogging-
world now. They don't give a damn no more.
Like the guy was jogging and got killed. If that video never got leaked, they would never got arrested.
exactly.
So therefore, social media is good for something.
Social media is definitely good for something, and more specifically, this point exactly. I just want to know, when is it going to stop? I mean, social
probably
media
never
is
gonna
great.
stop.
It's
Social
not
media
going to
is
stop.
great for showing what's happening, but it should not be happening.
Everybody wanted to stop, but it's never going to
stop.
stop. You know, never end
Something's
story
gotta
to
give.
it.
Okay, so we're done with that. We're about to go on next to.
We're definitely not done with
We're
that.
not done with it.
But we're
for
going to
today.
segue on.
We're gonna leave it right here. We'll get back to that another time. Okay, we're about to go ahead and go on to the coronavirus. There's a lot of people out here that's saying it's not real. It's the bad flu. I don't believe in it. It's conspiracy. It's just the government wanting you to believe what's going on. Da 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 da. A whole bunch of BS. Okay,
What do you feel like?
it's real. I feel like it's real.
How you know it's real? Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I got family members that experienced it.
Yeah.
And from what they told me, it ain't nothing like no bad flu.
Yeah.
And it's sad to say that, and I shouldn't say this, but this is how I feel. I feel like everyone that's sitting here saying it's not real, I want them to go through it. I don't want them to die, but I
want them to
go through it. I want the family members
have the notion.
Yes, I want them to see what it's like. If it's not them, a family member, somebody, so they can see that this is real. Oh, it's just like the swine flu. It's like this. It's like that.
I mean, but doesn't it feel the same?
But I will always say my worst is enemy.
Isn't it always something every single year?
Yeah, it
it's
is.
Always some new.
But this time it's like it hit us hard.
It definitely hit us hard, but that's to say that we know about it because they let us know that there was something going on. Had all these people just randomly been dying, we would have been saying like, "Dag, 2020 is crazy. What's wrong with everybody? Why is everybody losing so many people in their family due to these sicknesses and they're not able to diagnose it?" It would have eventually became known throughout, trial and tribulation because all of your family members have been passed and eventually, we would have caught wind to it. But we only knew because they publicized it. The doctor revealed that there was something coming our way and that we should be aware of, which the doctor subsequently hasn't made it. That doctor died. So is it any worse what we're going through this year than what we've known previously, or is it because once again in the case of George Floyd, is it now more publicized? So now we know more about it.
Absolutely.
I don't know how real Corona is. I know that I'm scared. I know that I have been social distancing and washing my hands every day as if I hadn't
That's
already.
Most people wash their hands
I
in
know,
their
but
life.
my skin is raw, and I'm over it at this point, but I'm not over it enough to want to even have to endure what these people say that they've gone through. Rena, do you think that Corona is real?
Well, it is.
Have you been social distancing?
I ain't been around nobody because basically I don't like a lot of people around me in the first place. Way before this even came out, I still don't like people around me because people carry a lot of germs. But at the same time, it's not our fault that it really came out here. But like they say, the plague is in the Bible. Things happen. It's the Lord's will. Whatever He chooses to take, He take. I don't question God. But all I gotta know is that I always wake up thanking God that I'm here, that I'm sitting another day, that I don't have to have that worry on my mind. I just leave it in God's hand. But
what have you done? What have you been doing anything to protect yourself against the transmission of Corona, or are you
staying away from people?
And
leave it in God's hand. And God, yes, He does. God is real. I don't let the devil worry my mind. That ain't number worry. All I gotta say is that you keep praying and praying that. Basically, you can wake up every day and you have your health. Because at the end of the day, we all got to go sometimes. So this is not our world, and this is what, it really affects people. That babies dying now, it's affecting young kids' hearts and all this and that. But like I say, it's in the air. They ain't going to want to let you know, but it's in the air. But protecting yourself going out, putting mask on protecting yourself, putting mask on your face, hand sanitizer, let the alcohol burn all the germs out because your hands touches everything, putting in your face all the shit.
They've been saying that hand sanitizer only works one time. How is it possible that now we're able to just continuously use hand sanitizer and that it's going to protect us from something? I'm not one for continuous usage. If I get a chance to wash my hands at any moment, I'm washing my hands, and then I'll reapply.
You keep on washing your hands how you been doing it for many years, So whatever fits you, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. If you don't wash your hands, then you getting sick. That's just what it is.
Why do you wash your hands and you still get sick? There's people that didn't even go outside.
Well,
absolutely.
So it's not even about washing your hands. I think it's about if you're gonna get it or not. I think everybody's gonna eventually get it. To be honest with you, if they don't find a cure. Even if they do find a cure, I think it's just a matter of time if everybody getting it. Who's going to live? Who's going to die?
Some people think because black people get it, then they not going to get it. So I don't know what the hell they think.
It was our people who was thinking like, okay, well.
Yeah, right. We're not getting it because of our blood and how, we put it in and how dark we is. And no. A flu is a flu. A disease is a disease. It don't matter who you are.
I think that's the stupidest thing.
Even animals getting that shit. So.
I mean, but I was with it too because in the beginning we didn't know. And I was like, well,
Right,
No,
because they
I'm
weren't
not
giving
gonna
information,
get it,
but
'cause
they
I'm
do.
black and I'm
I
fine.
thought that was the stupidest thing to think because of the color of your skin, you're not gonna get
Right.
it.
I think that
That's
we
the
were
stupidest
thinking,
thing I never
I don't
heard.
think that we were thinking that it was
I think
because
that
of the
was
color of
dumb.
our skin. I
I'm
think that we
black,
were.
I ain't get it.
I think that we were thinking that because of the statistics at the time.
Right.
It wasn't
But
known
now they say
how
now.
many of us had it.
Mhm.
I think that that's what the issue
Mhm.
was. You know, we just didn't know. We still don't know. Everything
Mhm.
changes every day, all the time for different reasons. One minute you can't touch boxes, the next minute you need to touch it. You need to have gloves.
Right.
But don't wear your gloves too long because it's cross contamination, and don't put hand sanitizer on your. I hand sanitize my gloves.
Yeah,
I
that's what
wash
I
my
asked you. That's what
gloves.
I was gonna say to you.
I like to keep gloves on my hand, even though I don't have them on my hands today. I normally would have them on daily.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you mentioned that because people were saying that it's dumb to put hand sanitizer on your gloves and use it. And
Wow.
it's the same thing as putting hand sanitizer on your hands.
Because they don't
It's the
have no
same
knowledge. They ignorant.
It's,
You know,
it's the same exact thing.
their parents ain't never taught them anything. So if you don't teach your kids nothing, you will grow and never know nothing. That's just it. Even if you're an adult, if your parents have never taught you right from wrong, you will never know what's right from wrong. It's the same thing. But you know, if it's disinfectant, if you put alcohol on your hands, it's 98% proof would kill everything.
The same thing with your
But is it-
gloves.
is
Right, but
alcohol-
even the alcohol would kill bed bugs. Okay, so
Is
that's
it
what
cancer?
see. This is what they don't know because dust mites, all that shit.
But
You
what
know,
about the
fashion
hand
because we did.
sanitizer that we have now?
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody is making hand sanitizer.
Right, so is it
I'm-
really, is it
no.
really 99%?
Is this real?
If it ain't 98.99%, I don't want it. If it ain't rubbing alcohol, I don't want it. They just like
I'd
that.
rather just pour rubbing alcohol on
Right.
my hands than experiment.
So
with
That's
there's
it.
no
everybody's homemade
right.
hand
So there's no
sanitizer.
big difference from putting it on your hands and your gloves. I'm not gonna keep throwing out gloves left and right when I can put hand sanitizer.
And you
on.
can wash it. And
I've
you can
gone
wash
through
them
boxes
gloves.
of gloves,
Just like
and
my
that's when
hands.
I decided that listen, there's got to be a better way. So let me wash these gloves,
Mhm.
hand sanitize these gloves because I was spending a lot of money, especially in the beginning of this whole virus situation. We went through.
Hell.
I spent a lot of
Even-
money for antibacterial stuff and cleaning supplies and not things that I didn't already have because I'm a couponer. Shout out to couponing, but I had already had most of
Shout out
that.
to couponing because all the couponers out here y'all was talking about, they was ready for this shit.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
Y'all was
you got
buying.
the coupon, you got the
Way
Lysol
ready.
right now, you got the
Y'all
sprays
was
right now,
buying.
coupon.
Absolutely.
Y'all was
Shit.
buying from these couponers.
Absolutely. I've never made so much money off of couponing within the first week of this virus. I mean,
Mhm.
like,
And then I bet you still
y'all
see
better
videos.
holler at me. One day we're going to have a couponing segment on here because I need to help a couple of y'all out. But, you know, things were expensive and I was wasting a lot of money on gloves, and I eventually got to the point where as my hands are doing the exact same things that my glovers are doing, they're being washed, they're being hand sanitized, they're being sanitized. Either way. But we just need to protect ourselves. We need to protect ourselves just a little bit
I got a
better.
question because people keep having a problem, which I had to explain this because people were really irritating the hell out of me when they kept saying this. And they kept saying, why y'all got masks on when y'all in the house? Are y'all that damn dumb? The reason why I say that, they could be living in a house with children. They could be living in a house with elders. And they go out to go work every day around people. Nurses.
I don't know if I feel okay about that.
I do. Because
No, I don't feel not okay.
no, I'm
about
saying,
it.
and you're a nurse and you're in a
I just kind
hospital.
of feel like it's so jacked up.
I'm saying you're in a hospital. You work at a hospital and you run all these people, and you have an elder that have health issues,
I know.
kids. Why would you not wear a mask in your own house so they
Because
won't get
if you're
sick?
if you're not sick, coughing, the fever, throat itching,
That's
none
the
of
thing.
that.
You know, some people don't have those
But if
symptoms.
you feel ill,
Some people-
you prefer to wear a mask because it's germs.
Some
I
people
feel
don't
like
have
they should
symptoms.
have. I feel like the people who are in those essential worker positions like that, especially when you have somebody real old in your life or someone a newer baby or smaller child, I feel like there should have been a certain amount of social distancing that you should do with these people. I get wearing the mask, but I feel like if it's in the air, it's just in the air.
It's just in the
I
air,
feel like
exactly.
it's just going to
Because
get
we
you.
all breathe. Every living thing is breathing that air. We gotta breathe.
We're taking extra precautions.
There's definitely nothing wrong
when
with
you
taking extra
have
precautions.
Well, then we
Good
could
families
took extra precautions then back in what year? What 1917 when the Spanish flu broke out and everybody got sick.
That's the thing. We ain't know nothing about it. They didn't say it was in the United States. They didn't say it was in Chicago. They didn't say
Right,
it was in Los
but everybody
Angeles.
died. Millions of people
But
died
they never
out there.
said it hit
And the
us.
disease been out here then. The
They
disease
said
been out here way before it was born.
There's
So why wear masks all the time
They
knowing
did.
it's been out here for
Yeah.
centuries?
it hit the world.
It did. It hit Chicago. Who hit in Chicago?
It
Yeah.
hit the world.
Who
though.
hit in
You need to
Chicago?
look up the Spanish flu.
Screw that. Cause
It hit everywhere.
Okay, if it did.
It hit the entire
Okay, it
world
did.
the same way that Corona hit.
And this is another
Somehow-
pandemic that hit
somehow
again.
Corona really hitting us, but the Spanish flu didn't.
The Spanish flu did hit us. You have to do
It
your
did.
research. You
People
need to
died from
do
it.
your
Yeah.
research before
A
you
lot of people
comment
died.
on it.
Yeah, thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands of people.
A whole lot. Yes.
That's jacked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spanish flu. You know all about that happened in
I
1917.
promise you.
Everybody, 1907, something like that, but everybody
in there
got sick. Everybody was dying like flies.
I'm alive in 1907.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But like I said, the disease,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
a disease is a disease. I don't give a
Right.
damn what it
But I'm
is.
talking
We
about
all
our
go down for
generation.
something.
We got some stuff in our generation that never hit us.
Right, to this first
This is our
time.
This is our first thing.
Didn't it have something else like last year, the
I
year
mean,
before that?
it's Zika.
No,
Right.
but everybody wasn't dying off that
That's
as
what
much
I'm
as
saying.
this happening
And
now.
all of that.
Right.
The
that's what
Spanish
I'm
flu,
saying.
it killed
Yes.
millions of people.
But what I'm saying is, and that's what I'm saying, this has been publicized. This has let us know, how many people are dying daily. There has never been this much coverage.
And that's crazy. But you know what? That's the thing. I don't think as many people dying from this coronavirus, COVID-19, because I'm trying to sound sophisticated and stuff. That's why I don't think, I don't think people ain't dying from this. Everybody ain't dying from this.
But you know
They
what,
just not.
though?
But you know what? Screw all this. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. We're going to get through all this. When? Who knows? But
What was you going to say, Rita?
I don't know.
What was you going to say?
We all down for something. I don't care what it is. I just don't care. It's something. It's in the air, and it's just what it is, But other than that, hey, we'll just get through it. We don't know how, but hell,
We will. It's just sadly that
ain't no cure. It just ain't
it's just
nothing.
sadly a lot of people gonna die from it, but we will get through it. It's gonna be people to tell the story. But let's get on to the next segment. It's gonna be about stimulus checks.
Oh, gosh.
And the reason why we stimulus checks,
I got my money.
I got mine too, even though I got it late. But I seen a lot of comments about it. People who should get it, who shouldn't get it. I agree with a lot of stuff, okay? And my opinion, I'm gonna tell you my opinion, and then Shauna and Serena, y'all can tell me y'all opinion. My opinion is about the stimulus checks. I think everybody shouldn't get it. To be honest with you, they shouldn't get it.
Who shouldn't get it?
I think people who get Social Security shouldn't get it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. A lot of people said that, and the reason why I say that is because how did your life change? You know what I'm saying? Through this pandemic, if you got Social Security, how did your life really change? If you paying your bills and you do what you got to do, you've been paying your bills with your Social Security. What is this $1,200 really going to do for you? Was you going to go buy a TV? Or you going to buy something extra that you don't
But
have?
who are you to ask them?
I'm not. But my thing is,
What are they going to do with their money?
No,
They can do anything that they want to do
right,
with
but
their
they
money.
said it's supposed to be for people to help them with their bills because they going behind on their bills, they rent and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. If you're not going behind on your bills and you've been paying your bills on time with your Social Security money, what that $1,200 really going to do for you?
I don't know. Why are the people who get unemployment getting an extra $600?
Okay, right, and that's crazy too.
Nothing makes any sense
It makes
anymore.
no, it don't. But it don't make sense at all. But I'm gonna tell you like
I'd
this.
rather quit my job and go out on unemployment and get
Hell
that extra
yeah.
money.
Hell
My
yeah.
checks don't add up to what these people are getting.
Man, and I was gonna say that if you getting way more than what you was making, hell yeah, sit on your ass and get the extra motherfucking $600. I don't blame you. Get that $600. But if you,
So why are people that are on Social Security can't sit on their ass?
they can. But I think none of them should get it. To be honest with you,
So who else shouldn't get this money?
People, no, for real.
Is it like you
Mothers,
asking?
children.
Hold on. All folks should get
Is
it.
it like you asking your boss man, why am I getting paid if I'm employed? What you supposed to do? Work for free?
No, it's not that. Just like the people who's working, they status.
But just think about it.
No, think about it. Think about this. If you're working, right, and this pandemic hit, and you're still working, and you still getting your money, I think they should get the extra money. Because guess what? They
Absolutely.
But they risking their life. I'm so sick and tired of them talking.
Essential workers should
Yes,
have
extra money. They should get
hazard
that.
pay and everything else.
Yes, they should get that because they risking their life. They keep talking about nurses and post office people and cops and all that. What about security people?
Security officers.
Give security
Number one. should
their
have-
props. Stop taking them out because they risking their life every day, just like policemen, just like CNAs, just like doctors, just like nurses. They risking their lives. Stop.
Right, but you
acting
still
like they
have
not-
a whole economy. You still got poor people. You got poor people on the street.
They
You
was
know.
poor before this pandemic hit.
So what? But
So they
still,
deserve a little bit of money?
if everybody deserves it, like the government will put
That's
to
what I'm
feed
talking about.
Americans, that's what they gotta do. Because if they close down so many businesses and everybody losing out on everything,
They deserve it. The people
But then-
who get laid off deserve it. If
But
y'all-
I'm gonna put it like this here, even if people on Social Security or retirement, whatever, like that, if they keep dishing out money to everybody, then there won't be no more Social Security.
people on retirement should get it. They work their
But-
ass
but-
off to get their retirement.
Exactly, but I'm saying if the government keep dishing out money to everybody, okay, then people that's disabled, whatever, can't do nothing. Well, we ain't gonna be able to survive on Social Security anymore because
Right. But people
it's
who-
so much they dishing
what
out
do you
trillions
think?
and trillions and trillions of money. It's like that we'll be more poor than anybody else. Then how they gonna handle the business?
Are you saying that people on Social Security should get the money or they should not?
Yeah, they should get it. Everyone should get it, not just people Social Security, working people too.
Okay, but if you're on Social Security and you've been paying your bills the whole time on Social Security, your bills been paid on time and everything, how did your life really change?
Well, it really changed is when the pandemic hit.
How did it
That's
change?
how it
I mean, but
changed.
it did change because
That
without
changed
kids that
tremendously.
can't go to school,
Exactly.
that's how to feed.
No, I feel,
And then I'm gonna put it like this. Let me put it like this. Now, a person with just one income is not going to feed you in a whole house and a whole family. Okay,
You definitely can't rely on one income.
exactly. Ain't no one income ain't gonna do that for
But what
nobody.
if you got two incomes? What if your mate or your wife or your husband working?
That still ain't gonna cover
And
anything
you
because
did-
let me tell you, you have credit cards, you have
That's your personal. Hold on.
Exactly, but you
your
gotta
bills can't go
live.
behind.
You gotta live. You gotta have a roof over your head.
Right, but if you paying your bills before the pandemic, if your husband and wife is working, okay, your husband and wife is working, and you get Social Security, how did your life really change?
How they really changed?
Yeah, how did it change?
It changed with the
Because you got extra bills.
Exactly.
How?
It ain't just
If they still working 80
okay.
hours a week, they still
That's still not gonna
That
cover
still
it.
don't have nothing to do with you or your wants and your needs. That person can.
That's
take
your wants
care
and
of
needs, but
your-
you gotta
your
have
needs,
a,
but that
a
person can't
stable-
take care of your wants.
No, what I'm saying is, if you got your backbone, you got your husband or your wife, they working 80 hours
But
every
you
2
shouldn't
weeks.
rely on anybody
Monique.
to take care
No,
of you.
okay,
Exactly.
okay, you're right. Okay,
But put like this
Same.
extra money you gotta have to support because
Okay.
things come up, emergencies come up. You
Tell
just
me-
can't just work
but you're
off
not
Once the car
One-
breaks down.
no, y'all not answering this question. How is it that if you was on Social Security before the pandemic and you was still paying your bills, how did your life change?
It changed with extra
Because you were
money.
on Social Security,
You gotta
doesn't
get
mean
the
that
extra
your
pay.
bills and that your situation was at its best. Even if your bills are still paid before the pandemic on Social Security, and your bills are now
So
paid,
that's just helping
and your
you
bills
out
are
living
now
more.
paid after the pandemic. What about that debt that you've been wanting to put on the side
So
of your
that's helping
house?
you with that.
It helps. It absolutely.
I mean,
it
you
helps
can-
everybody.
right.
You can't tell anybody
People-
what their aspirations are just because they have enough money to maintain. Doesn't mean that they have enough money to get ahead. Which is the same point that I was making
So
with
why
looting.
are all them TVs missing out of Walmart then?
That don't have nothing to do with the people that was on Social Security. That has
How
everything
you
to do
know?
with the looters.
It don't.
And I don't know.
I went to Walmart and the lady was like, "Man, everybody, it looks so weird to hit a worker."
Okay,
It looks
because
so
of the
weird
fact
here
that
because they got all
everybody
these
has been,
TVs.
and everybody was able to pay their bills up, and guess what? They still had a little bit of money left over, and they were able to buy
Exactly.
the
You
TVs
gotta
that
have
they were
something.
willing to buy.
So why you didn't keep that money? Because you know this pandemic is still going and pay your bills up so you ain't got to worry about it.
Maybe
Instead
their
of the
bills
TV.
are paid up. Maybe that was their extra.
How
I
you
don't
ain't
know.
getting no damn TV in 2020 and them motherfuckers cost $5?
I don't know because everybody's situation
Everybody
is
is different, you know. Like I said, people got more bills than others.
Okay, so what about the ones who get Social Security whose Who can
What
work?
about the ones who get
Who can
Social
work?
Security who
Who can
can't
work?
work?
Who can work?
I'm putting it like this.
The ones who can't work, I understand. But the ones who get Social Security and can work, why the hell you not working? Not even that.
Oh, they need to work.
They need to work. If you can still work and you know you can work and you get Social Security, you don't need that stimulus check because your ass can still work. Just like if
I'll put it like this.
The
We
stimulus
need
money
all we
can't-
can get every period down to survive. This is about survival
the
mode. It
stimulus
ain't about
money-
who rather get what. We all in survival money. That we all want, just like rich people want. They want more and more and more. I'm like, it's just like you ask a rich person, okay, so you want another trillion.
I feel like not only do they owe people with Social Security more stimulus money, I feel like they owe everybody more stimulus
Because we
money.
all poor. We all need
We
it.
all are amongst this situation. We all are essential employees. Well, some of us are essential employees. I'm an essential employee. I have not stopped working not one day since this pandemic started. And I haven't gotten an extra dime of it since. I feel like I need more money.
And more
I
money.
put myself
Yeah,
there.
it's more money, more
because you're
money.
risking your life. I understand that.
I need a different amount. I'm not saying that we don't all need money. I need more. I need more than a person who doesn't work and never has worked.
And I
Or
understand
But we
that.
all women. We all risk our lives.
But I'm
We
not-
all
but
every
I'm
day gotta
not
get
saying-
out.
But I'm not saying that a person who does not work or that has a different situation does not need any amount of money. Yeah, there is some sort of restitution that's needed for everyone because they could have avoided this situation. So everybody is entitled to, this is almost like a class action lawsuit. Everybody is entitled to get some of this because this situation should have never happened. And even though it did, it wasn't something that was just avoidable.
Exactly.
They need to pay that money.
If
They can
they
make
feel-
trillions
right.
of dollars at the drop of a hat. They can give that money out to us.
Because if you feel it didn't ever want
Money
to
is the
happen,
root of all evil, and,
Wow.
and none of this
They
has
wouldn't
anything
have-
to do with anything else.
Right.
Just give us this money, let us do
And that's
whatever
it,
it is
because
that we
it ain't
wanna
our
do
fault.
with it and be done with
they
it.
built us out of trillions. They closed down our stores. They did everything. It's not our fault.
I feel sorry for some of these kids that's not in school.
Look at these kids. Look at these kids in their graduation.
Well, then,
seniors,
but you know what?
listen.
You could think of them being safe. They can have homeschool, but then they don't gotta be around kids with them germs
No,
either,
they
because
are
they gonna bring them germs to
homeschooled.
home with you and get you sick.
Because kids have good parents, and there's kids that have horrible parents that's beating their ass, not feeding them, not teaching them. It's like it's a win. It's like a win situation. It's a bad.
It's a
situation.
win-win.
It depends on the circumstances. It depends on the family.
But you
Kids
know
can't
what?
eat. Kids were
But you
running
know
around
what?
eating at school.
And that's
But
why
you know
that
what?
some of those parents
We
do
can't
need
really
that
worry
$400
about them other
stimulus
kids.
check.
You know, you only can worry about your own kids.
Are they
You see?
spending the stimulus checks on them?
We don't know that, and we can't be in.
But that's what I'm
inside of
saying.
anybody's window.
Right, it's
So
a
we
different
don't know.
situation. You know, we can't worry about
We're
what
judging
the
other
parents
people's
doing.
money, but we're judging other people's money. We're judging free money. We judge the money that people
Right,
work
that's
for.
what
We
everybody
judge the
do is
money
judge,
that
judge.
Anybody gets. We judge when somebody wins the lottery. That's not our business.
Right, because
That's not our business.
that wasn't our
People are
blessing.
choosing to do with their money.
Exactly, it's not our blessing. It's their blessing.
It's
you
not
know.
our business that they see.
That's why I stay out of people's business. I don't give a damn if you beat your kids, you whoop it, you do whatever you want because them your kids, they're not mine. Because I know how to teach my kids right from wrong. I know how to maintain my kids, not hurt my children. See what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. I can't worry about what nobody else do with theirs. I gotta worry about what I'm doing with mine. That's just it. Even if it's a money situation, I gotta strive. I gotta get more and more and more. Why do you think these people broke up in their own banks? Because look, people want more and more of everything. They nobody thinking about nobody but themselves and their family.
I'm not saying that, like I said, I'm not saying that people who are on Social Security or disability for whatever reason or another, that they're less entitled. But they're definitely more. If they're entitled to something, they get something. They get something out of the deal.
Okay, well, I'm glad for your input. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this up. This is Real Talk. I hope y'all enjoyed this.
We be having some good conversations in here.
Yeah. I hope to see y'all guys next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Black People Time, 6:30 p.m.
6 and 7-ish. We'll eventually be on, and y'all be hearing it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to take y'all questions. Next time we're going to get y'all to probably call in.
Email.
Y'all can email us at realtalkpc2020@gmail.com. We're going to have it to the point y'all can come in through Facebook or through Skype on the TV. We can talk about it. We can talk about the questions y'all want to talk about. Y'all can throw out some topics. We can get to the bottom and all that good stuff. I'm Monique Bo, aka Monique Minas. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this show.
Yeah.
My co-host,
Dark and lovely.
And your co-host Shauna.
That's what's up, y'all.
we out of this.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Night night.
Hello.
Hello.